Ye Olde Tassel Doll's Perfume Train Adventure. On a blustery Halloween Eve, the perfume train chugs along through the misty countryside of Halloween Planet. The wind howls and rain pelts against the windows, creating an eerie symphony. 5 tall, slim tassel dolls from different eras sashay through the train cars, their fancy ensembles swishing with each step. Marigold, the first tassel doll, sports a vibrant rococo gown with layers of ruffled chiffon and shades of sunshine yellow and burnt orange. Her powdered wig towers high, adorned with miniature pumpkins and autumn leaves. She carries a lace fan and wears dainty silk slippers. Her sassy fairy pet, a clown named Giggles, floats beside her, his red nose honking with each gust of wind. Blimey! This weather be fit for neither man nor beast. Giggles exclaims, doing a backflip in the air. Marigold titters, her laughter sounding like tinkling bells. Oh, hush, ye scurvy dog. 'Tis perfect for a spooky adventure. The second tassel doll, Violet, wears a flowing hippie-style dress with bell sleeves and a flower crown atop her long, braided hair. Her fairy pet, a straw man named Haystack, perches on her shoulder, his straw hat askew. Shiver me timbers. This train be rockin' more than Woodstock. Haystack quips, his button eyes gleaming mischievously. Violet guffaws, sounding like a braying donkey. Aye, matey, we be groovin' on this crazy train. Rose, the third tassel doll, is decked out in a glamorous 1920s flapper dress, dripping with beads and feathers. Her bobbed hair is adorned with a glittering headband, and she carries a long cigarette holder. Her fairy pet, a panda professor named Bamboo, adjusts his tiny spectacles as he floats alongside her. I say, this locomotive's velocity is most alarming. Bamboo declares, clutching his miniature briefcase. Rose snorts, her laughter reminiscent of a squeaky door. Avast ye landlubber. We be sailin' the rails at full steam ahead. The fourth tassel doll, Daisy, wears a whimsical fairy kei ensemble, complete with pastel tulle skirts, platform shoes, and candy-colored hair clips. Her fairy pet, a tumbleweed named Dusty, rolls along beside her. Blow me down. This train be bouncier than a tumbleweed in a tornado. Dusty exclaims, his twigs quivering. Daisy guffaws, sounding like a honking goose. Aye, ye scallywag. We be bobbin' like corks on the high seas. The final tassel doll, Lily, is dressed in an elegant Heim Lolita outfit, with layers of lace, bows, and a tiara perched atop her elaborate updo. Her fairy pet, a quantum professor named Quark, hovers nearby, scribbling equations in a tiny notebook. Great Scott! The quantum fluctuations in this carriage are off the charts. Quark announces, his Einstein-like hair standing on end. Lily cackles, her laughter reminiscent of a creaky rocking chair. Belay that talk, ye swab. We be on a perfume quest, not a science expedition. As they enter the first car, a shimmering mist envelops them. A sign reads Moonbeam Whisper. Marigold and Violet decide to try this perfume. As they spritz the fragrance, they're transported to a dreamy garden filled with luminous flowers and floating lanterns. Marigold finds herself in a journal called Stardust Memories. She reads aloud from a page, "Today, I danced with a moonbeam and sang duets with the stars. The Milky Way tastes like cotton candy." Violet enters a walk-in storybook titled The Giggling Galaxy. The illustrations are done in a whimsical, watercolor style with splashes of glitter. She becomes the main character, Captain Violet, who must navigate her starship through an asteroid field of bouncing rubber ducks. Meanwhile, Rose and Daisy try Candy Floss Carnival in the next car. They're whisked away to a fantastical fairground where the Ferris wheel is made of spun sugar and the carousel horses are alive. Rose's journal, Confetti Chronicles, has a page that reads, "I juggled rainbow-flavored snowballs while riding a unicycle made of licorice. The cotton candy clouds rained sprinkles." Daisy's storybook, The Taffy Twist-a-thon, features pop-up illustrations that come to life. She becomes Daisy the Taffy Twirler, who must unravel a giant knot of saltwater taffy before it engulfs the entire carnival. In the third car, Lily tries Whispering Willow. She finds herself in an enchanted forest where the trees whisper secrets and the leaves are made of delicate lace. Her journal, Sylvan Sonnets, contains pressed fairy wings and a page that reads, "I had tea with a talking oak tree today. His jokes were rather sappy, but his scones were divine." As the tassel dolls regroup, they share their experiences, laughing at the absurdity of their adventures. The train whistle blows, signaling their arrival at the next station, the whimsical Wardrobe Junction. "Ahoy, me hearties!" Giggles announces. "Methinks we've reached our destination." The tassel dolls disembark, their fairy pets floating around them like mischievous balloons. They find themselves in a bizarre playground filled with swings made of rainbow ribbons and slides that look like giant perfume bottles. "Blimey!" exclaims Haystack. "This be more topsy-turvy than a scarecrow in a cyclone." The dolls approach a spinning carousel closet, its racks filled with the most outlandish fashions they've ever seen. Marigold tries on a dress made entirely of peacock feathers, while Violet dons a jumpsuit that changes color with her mood. "Shiver me timbers!" Rose cries, emerging in a gown made of bubbles that refuse to pop. "I feel like a walking glass of champagne." Daisy giggles as she models a dress made of living flowers that bloom and wilt with her every movement. Lily, not to be outdone, sports a gown that seems to be made of liquid starlight, flowing and shimmering as she walks. Their laughter echoes through the playground, mingling with the tinkling of countless whimsical chimes hanging from cotton candy clouds overhead. As they continue their journey, they come across the Fashion and Crafts Funhouse. The building looks like a giant, colorful patchwork quilt come to life, with windows of different shapes and sizes dotting its facade. "Avast ye!" Bamboo declares. This structure defies all architectural logic. The dolls enter the first room, the glitter grotto. The walls sparkle with every color imaginable, and a massive glitter mixing station dominates the center. The window is shaped like a star, offering a view of a galaxy where the stars are actually tiny sequins. In the second room, the tulle tornado, bolts of tulle in every shade float through the air, weaving themselves into fantastical creations. The circular window looks out onto a landscape where everything, from trees to houses, is made of delicate tulle. The third room, the pocket paradise, is filled with garments sporting pockets in the most unusual places, on sleeves, collars, and even hanging from hems. The triangular window reveals a world where everything, from clouds to cars, has useful pockets. In the fourth room, the hat-tastic haberdashery, the dolls find themselves surrounded by the most outrageous headwear they've ever seen. The window, shaped like a top hat, shows a cityscape where buildings are actually giant, wearable hats. The final room, the accessory avalanche, is a treasure trove of baubles, bangles, and beads. Jewelry rains from the ceiling, and belts slither across the floor like fashion-forward snakes. The window, shaped like a massive gemstone, looks out onto a beach where the sand is made of tiny pearls and the sea is liquid silver. As they exit the funhouse, still giggling and adorned with their new fashionable finds, they spot a towering structure in the distance, the Tower of Tomorrow. "Ahoy!" Cork exclaims. That edifice appears to be a temporal anomaly. The dolls approach the tower, where they're greeted by a godlike figure in a glittering toga and winged sandals. He introduces himself as Hermes, the guide of the tower. "Avast, ye fashionable landlubbers!" Hermes booms. "Care to peek into your futures?" The dolls eagerly agree, and Hermes leads them to a series of magical windows. In each, they see visions of their future beaux engaged in eccentric hobbies. "Feast your peepers on this, lassies." Hermes chuckles. "That there be Marigold's future swain, Captain Whimsical Whiskers. He be trainin' sea turtles to tap dance." The dolls burst into laughter as they watch a dashing pirate attempting to choreograph a group of bewildered turtles. And over yonder, Hermes continues, be Violet's destiny, Professor Noodle Brain. He's trying to teach quantum physics to a flock of rubber duckies. They watch in amusement as a bespectacled man in a lab coat gestures wildly at a bathtub full of squeaking ducks. As the visions fade, the dolls find themselves approaching an enormous, shimmering structure that looks like a castle made of mirrors and gossamer, the Dream Closet Palace. "Shiver me timbers!" Dusty exclaims. It be more dazzling than a disco ball in a lightning storm. Each doll enters her personalized dream closet. Marigold's is a Rococo fantasy, with gilt-edged mirrors and wardrobes that sing opera when opened. She twirls in front of a three-way mirror, trying on gowns that change style with each spin. Violet's closet is a bohemian paradise, with clothes growing on trees and accessories floating in a tie-dye sky. She weaves flowers into her hair while standing on a magic carpet that suggests outfit combinations. Rose's Art Deco dream closet features a champagne fountain that dispenses liquid sequins and a jazz band of enchanted instruments that play when she catwalks. She practices her Charleston in shoes that teach her the steps. Daisy's Fairy Kay Wonderland has candy floss clouds that rain pastel accessories and a rainbow slide that delivers outfit options. She gleefully mixes and matches, creating increasingly whimsical ensembles. Lily's Heim Lolita Fantasy Closet is a royal garden where flowers bloom into dresses and tiaras grow on elegant topiaries. She gracefully glides through, letting the magic of the place adorn her. As their closet adventures conclude, the dolls find themselves drawn to a series of ornate doors, each bearing their name and flowing script. These lead to their personal daydream rooms. Marigold's room is a sunset-hued fantasy with walls that shift like golden clouds. Her daybed is a giant seashell lined with pearls and gossamer curtains. The air smells of sea breeze and vanilla, while distant mermaid songs echo softly. Violet's space is a meadow under a starry sky, her daybed a nest of fragrant wildflowers. Wind chimes tinkle gently, and the scent of lavender and moonflowers fills the air. Rose's room sparkles like champagne, with bubbles floating upwards. Her bed is a giant cocktail glass filled with satin pillows. Jazz plays softly, and the air is perfumed with gin and roses. Daisy's room is a Candyland dream, her bed a giant cupcake with frosting pillows. The walls are made of shifting, shimmering sprinkles, and the air smells of cotton candy and bubblegum. Lily's chamber is a serene Japanese garden, her bed a lotus flower floating on a koi pond. Cherry blossoms fall gently, never touching the ground, and the air is scented with green tea and jasmine. As the dolls lounge in their daydream rooms, they reflect on their whimsical journey. The train whistle blows in the distance, signaling that it's time to return to reality. Avast, me hearties! Giggles announces. Our adventure be drawn to a close. The dolls gather their newfound treasures and magical memories, ready to board the perfume train once more. As they settle into their seats, the train chugs to life, carrying them back through the misty, chime-filled night of Halloween Planet.